I think the way these thumbnails can be improved, though, is let's look at the amount of pixels that are reserved for each project and what percent of this rectangle with rounded corners is the background versus the work. To me, it feels like a vague statement that every UX designer is doing stuff like this. The first thing that popped out to me was the thumbnails for the projects. And this is just a comment around visual design. I really like that Morgan has these simple thumbnails of each project. It's really scannable. And I like the format, just horizontally scrolling. It makes it really easy. It's not like a fussy horizontal scroller where you've got to click to see each one at a time. I think this is a good format for making it scannable. I think the way these thumbnails can be improved, though, is let's look at the amount of pixels that are reserved for each project and what percent of this rectangle with rounded corners is the background versus the work. And so I wonder if it's hard to see the actual work. And so I wonder if there's a way to zoom into that so the actual visuals of the projects have more impact.
Like this one.
Yeah, that's a really good call out.
Yeah, this one is a bit small, but this feels like it gives enough of a glance that I can tell.
Yeah, like the paw pursuit. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think that's awesome feedback.
What about
first of all,
top?
one thing I wanted to call out real fast is the word passion in the top. So cheers, gentlemen.
Oh, let's go. Cheers. Thank you, Morgan.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, and then there's also a dog app, I believe.
Oh, there is.
There is.
There's a dog
paw
app.
pursuit.
All right,
That's
number
good.
two.
Paw
Looking at it.
pursuit.
Cheers.
Paw pursuit.
Let's go.
I wonder if we can open our hearts there because we know Morgan is a dog lover. So is there some sort of sort of extra credit or something? I mean,
No, I think it's a pass. Yeah, let's say it.
Extra credit, but still worth the sip.
okay, I'm sipping.
The sip was good anyway, so don't mind it too much.
Yeah, we all love dogs. It's just there's so many dog apps and they're always so random, like, and they're solving for a Google UX thing. So,
so Jeff, what are your thoughts about the top part here where it says I'm Morgan and all that stuff?
So, I think that there's my own personal opinion on these introductions where people are talking about themselves. I tend to be more like super pragmatic and robotic, and like I just want to get to the stuff, like the hard qualifications to know if I want to go further. But I think a lot of people love personal details like this. So, I think it's fine. I think it's good to say, hey, I'm Morgan. Here's some stuff about me personally. I think that's totally cool. I read the paragraph underneath that and wanted more specificity from it, I think is what I was looking for. I work to solve complex problems through innovative user interfaces. To me, I think that can be made to be more specific and maybe remove some of the fluff from that. So that's just, to me, it feels like a vague statement that every UX designer is doing stuff like this, right? What is it that Morgan can tell us about themselves, their work, that kind of makes it stand out and goes, okay, I got a sense of what this person is really good at.
Yeah, and
I'm not really getting that from the
absolutely. 100% right. And the thing is also, like, she highlights visual design and eye catching. So I'm like, okay, so she's going to be great at visual design and UI design, right? That's the expectation she sets, right? When looking at a glance at those case studies, I mean, it looks fine. It's not horrible, but I'm like, is it truly eye-catching, and is it really like, is it really amazing? Right now, I'm getting a sense that it's more like on the okay side than amazing from a visual design standpoint, right? So if it's something that Morgan, you feel like visual design isn't necessarily a 10 out of 10, then I would de-emphasize this on that sentence here.
Yeah, that's a good point. Once you set that bar, you got to hit it. You've got to really hit it, right? You have to deliver. It's a good point. I wonder, like, as you were saying that, Ludovic, one thing is like, we're playing inside baseball here, right? We're a bunch of designers. We have a different quality bar for some of this stuff. Do we have any details on who Morgan's target audience is? Is Morgan going for FTE design gigs? Is Morgan going for freelance clients who maybe don't have the level of design knowledge that the three of us have? And the reason I brought that up, Ludovic, totally agree with what you were saying. But then I was just thinking, okay, is the audience a local business owner in Morgan's neighborhood, and that's who her target client is? Their idea of what good visual design is or what looks good is probably very different than ours.
Yes.
So I think that's a factor too. We have to kind of understand a little bit more.
Yeah, I absolutely agree. And that comes back to that paragraph up top. Like, who is she helping? Like, I think that's something that's missing is like, I help these types of people get this outcome. That's what it's missing. And one last thing before we hop off, I know the timer just went off, but just wanted to call out the text below all of the thumbnails. So it has like the name of the company or whatever that she's working on. Then it has like a tiny little blurb about it. But at the top, it's like tags, right? She's like UX UI designer, iOS app, desktop app, team of 4, whatever it is. And then semicolon, and then something about it. And that reads really strangely. And it's not, and especially when you say you're great at visual design, that's not a great visual design choice. It's not a great information architecture choice. Like it's confusing and it's hard to look at. So would recommend separating those if you're going to keep those tags and like putting the text below it. What I'd recommend doing though instead is, instead of leading with the company, you lead with what you did. What did you solve for? It's okay if it's a short sentence, like helping to improve Avo Academy's X, right? Like, improving something about smiles to your door. Like what's the actual thing that you did? Then Avo Academy is the client. You label that below, and then a little short text about, like, actually you don't have to do anything else after that. It's just like that. You can have the tags, but you leave the rest for actually joining, like when you actually go to the case study.
That's a great point, especially because no one knows those companies. Smile to your door, Avo Academy, like who knows those people, right?
Well, I know Avo Academy.
Why does it matter, right? In terms of hierarchy? Yeah.
So, Jeff, what would you rate this?
I would go, I think it's somewhere in the good realm.
Okay.
I think that I'm between meh and good. I think it doesn't take too much to go up the ladder, especially if she clarifies exactly who she works for, who she benefits, more specificity in the offering, and then cleaning up the hierarchy here. But otherwise, the work itself, and it seems like there is a lot of personality, I can tell from that first sentence up here. I think it can easily be a solid, but right now I'm between meh and good.
Yeah, I'm right there with you, man. I think between meh and good. I think, again, it'd be very easy to move up the ladder and make it a lot better. With some of the tweaks we talked about here, I think would fix it. So yeah, looking forward to the next round.